will speak about pipeline, which is CI. Somehow I'm not able to find it. Then I'll just leave it as is and we'll create a new build anyway. So what will we do? We'll go ahead and create a new build pipeline. I'll say classic. Yeah. So what is the code that we have here handy? Let me just open that code. That's the app which I have in my cloud. If I just go to, yeah, I'll just say leave. If I just go to repos, and you see that here. So that is what is the application which I have here. It has Azure DevOps inside it, and I believe we are at the right folder. So whenever I'm trying to render this in the UI, what is happening in the backend? Whenever I want to render this in the UI, it is happening something there are many things which are happening. The Visual Studio would go ahead and build the code. Once it is built the code, it will package it. Once it packages it, it will deploy it to IIS Express. Once it deploys it to IIS Express, it will open the new browser and show us the website. Essentially, it does many things when we actually go ahead and execute this code. So if I just say Control F5, it is going ahead and building the code for me. That is what is the build step. We are at the step number 1. Once it builds it, it will go ahead and package and deploy it in my IIS Express. We did it very fast. All these 3 steps, these 2 steps, package and deploy. Now it is opening a browser and showing me the website. That is what it is doing. The deployment is done. Now it is browsing for that website. Let it show the website. So that is what it is doing here. These has these are multiple steps.
Abdul,
A CI/CD
one
pipeline.
question.
When I'm building a CI/CD pipeline,
Abdul, before this, we need to create, uh, publish profile and all, right?
what do you do? I will have 2 steps in it. One is build step, one is release step. What is the build step? The VS
Hello,
Code
Abdul.
would build the code. That is one step, which would be present in the build step. There is one sub step, which is present in the build step. Then it will package it. It will go ahead and package the code, which we have in the build step. Once it packages the code, then it will go ahead and store it in a shared location. These are the 3 things which it will do inside the build step, inside CI/CD pipeline. So that is what we will look at. What will it do in the release step? Wherever it has stored There is a question. You can have a published profile, or you can directly go ahead and publish it to the common location. It is up to you. I will be publishing it to the common location, which is the default location where we need to publish it. You can do it both ways. Everything is fine. So what will I do? I'll go ahead and publish it to this shared location. It is a shared location between build step and release step. What will release step do? It will pull the package from shared location, from this location. It will go ahead and pull the package. Once it has pulled the package from this location, it will go ahead and deploy it, deploy the package to my destination. What is my destination? It can be app service, it can be web app, or it can be cloud service, or it can be Kubernetes, Docker, blah blah blah. It can be anything. Depending upon what I configure to be deployed, that is where it will deploy it in the shared, in the release step from the shared location. That is what it will do inside the release step. This is what we will look at in a deeper perspective. So, how does the build step look like, and what will we do? How does the release step look like? What will we do? We'll look at these two things in a deeper perspective. So let us just look at those. I'll just go here. I'll go to, so my project is here. I'll go to pipelines. You will be having no pipelines created because I already was playing around with this. So there is one build created. I'll just say new build. New build pipeline. Here I have multiple options. From where do you, so it is asking me the first question. From where do you want me to pull your source code? I have multiple options. I can pull it from GitHub, GitHub Enterprise, Subversion, Bitbucket, and any other GitHub repository. I have multiple options where I can go ahead and pull my code. Where is my code? It is in Azure DevOps portal. That is why I'll select this. All my coding projects are present within this project. I can point to any of the coding projects from here. So it is nothing like I need to point to the only project which is available in my repos in this scope. It is not scope specific. I can go ahead and build a build which is generically targeting any other project from here. So it is not like a local variable or a global variable. If you understand programming, then this is what is local, right? For me, the repos. That is not how it works like. So it will go ahead and list me all the repos which are present within my account, and I can search for it and I can go ahead and work with it. So that is what is I'll select. I'll go ahead and say yeah, it is from Azure repos, and it is Gab Azure DevOps project, and I'll say yeah, I want to build it on the master. Just something there before we start that. I'll go to the post. We have multiple branches here. Whenever you have multiple branches, you will be creating your CI/CD pipeline. You will be creating your CI/CD pipeline on any of the branches. Usually, your CI/CD pipeline would be on master branch or dev branch. whenever there is a new check-in, let us, in our scenario, it is master branch. When I create a CI/CD pipeline on the master branch, whenever there is a new check-in, which happens to master, what would it do? It would go ahead. One second, there is a question. When releasing, we need to create a release branch? No, not required. I'll not create a release branch. In a real-time scenario, I'll go ahead and just point to the master, and I will keep on dumping my features into the master to just go one step deeper of understanding how it goes.
Hello, Abdul.
Whenever I have
Abdul, if I want to deploy few changes,
whenever I have a real-time scenario, I would be having
hello,
branches
Abdul.
master, and this is release one or sprint one.
Abdul, Lakshminarayan is asking
I
something.
have 3 developers,
Can you hear us?
and each developer is given a feature.
Maybe he's not able to hear me or what?
Yeah.
Each developer is given a feature. So the developer number
Prashant,
1,
are you able to hear me?
he will call it
I
feature
can
1.
hear you. I can hear you.
But he's not able to hear me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not able. Hello?
Yeah. Yes, Prashant, I can hear you.
Yeah, Abdul, actually, Lakshminarayan is asking something. I think you can't hear it.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me next one.
Abdul, now you are able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
So here, I don't require everything. So whenever I'm pushing the changes to the main branch, for few release, I want to deploy few changes only. So on that time, I can't build in main branch, right?
Fine. Then it is up to you. It is if at all you only want to release a set of features, then go ahead and declare. Go ahead and create one more branch, which you will call intermediate branch or patch branch or release branch, whatever is the release. If the release is for release of May, if you are in the current release branch, then just name your branch release May, and just go ahead and deploy all your sub features. If you have 3 developers working on 3 features, you want to go live only with one feature, deploy it in release May branch from your feature number 1, and then have the CI/CD pipeline configured for May branch, not for master branch. That is what is the catch. That is where I was coming. This is fine. You can have as many release branches, and you can build your code and deploy your code. Only thing is, start pointing to the right branch when you are deploying it to the current branch. So if you keep on changing branches for each release, then go ahead and modify your build configuration to point to that release branch. That should be fine. Got it?
Yeah, fine.
So it's fine. You can do that. It is nothing like a hard and fast rule. But usually teams will do it this way. They will not do it in any other way. Mostly it will be like a standard master branch from which you will be going ahead and deploying it. Master here would be your source of truth. Either they will do it from master or they will do it from dev. If there is a patch release or once they went to production, there are a few bugs which they saw, and they are priority bugs. Then they will make a branch out of dev, make a patch branch, then they will fix the bugs, then they will deploy the patch branch into the production. So that is the only case where they will create a new branch. Apart from that, most of the teams will go with this structure. They will have a master branch, and they will go ahead and have a CI/CD pipeline on the master branch, and they will start watching it. Whenever there is a check-in to the master branch, then the CI/CD pipeline triggers and my deployment happens. That is what we do usually. I just was speaking about something. Right? CI/CD on the master. So okay. Whenever there is a new check-in which happens, then it would trigger the CI/CD, and I would go ahead and build the code and deploy the code. So let me just go ahead and build my new build pipeline. That's a classic. So where is my code? It is in Azure DevOps portal or the Azure DevOps repository. I'll just continue. If you just look at the options which you have here, so what are these options which are present here? You can build your code depending upon what is your code built on top of. That is what you will see here. As you can see here, what is the project which I have used? I have used ASP.NET MVC. That is what is my project. So what will be the build script which will help me build a ASP.NET MVC project? ASP.NET. This is what it is. If it was a desktop application, I will use this build step. If it was an Android app, I will use this build step. If it was Azure web app for ASP.NET, I'll use this. Docker, this one. So you have for each project type which you created, you have a certain build step which you would be using. Because my project is of type ASP.NET, that is why I'm going ahead and using the ASP.NET link. So what will I do here? I'll go ahead and say apply. I'll get multiple things here. So what are these multiple things? If I just say apply, I'm getting multiple things here. What are these things doing? If you just look at this, it is an agent job and it will run on a agent. What is an agent and what we'll do with it, we'll just see that. First step, use NuGet. What is the NuGet which you want to use? So if you see this, references, right click, manage NuGet packages. So just look at this here. You have multiple NuGet packages which are installed on your machine. So these are the NuGet packages which I want to work with in my project. When I am building this in the cloud, I'm in the cloud. When I'm building this in the cloud, I don't have a Visual Studio kind of an environment there. What do I require? I need the NuGet package manager to be present in my cloud. That is what is step number one. It will go ahead and install NuGet packages manager in my build environment. Whatever is that build environment where I'm building my code, it will go ahead and build my NuGet package manager. That is what is this step. It will install NuGet tool installer. You can see that at the bottom. I don't know how clear that is. So NuGet tool installer, it will install this tool. Once it has installed it, what will it do? I need to restore it. If I say rebuild here, rebuild, it will go ahead and restore all the files. That is, it will pull these files from the internet and then restore these files, then start building it. That is what is restore. What will it do? Whatever are the NuGet packages which are present in my repo, inside my repo, whatever are the NuGet packages which are present. All those packages are installed in this step. My project now depends upon how many NuGet packages these mean. These are default. So these NuGet packages would be pulled and they would be installed in, restored in this step. Essentially, they would be installed in this step. That is what is your NuGet restore. Once NuGet restore is done, that is where it will start building your solution. So what are the options which I have here? Just to check the options. In the advanced, I have local cache disabling and disable parallel processing. Usually it will do parallel processing. What is it that it means by parallel processing? It will go ahead and pull these packages parallelly. It will be pulling Antler and Bootstrap and jQuery, three packages parallelly in the backend. If at all, for whatever reason, I want to disable parallel processing, that is where I will use this flag and disable my parallel processing inside. Yeah, disable parallel processing inside my build stuff. And what are the control options which I have? Enable, that is essentially, it is by default enabled. That is, whenever there is an error, it would stop. If at all it was unable to fetch something or do something which is expected, it would stop. I can override that by checking this flag. If at all there is an error, I would say to it, even though there is an error, go ahead and deploy it or go ahead and build it and carry on with the next steps, because next steps are something which I am looking for. So even though you are unable to build it, go ahead and carry on. If at all I have that kind of a scenario, this is where I'll specify. I'll say continue on error. So even though there is an error, please continue. That is where I'll say that. Run this task only when all the previous tasks have come succeeded. So whenever I have a particular task, I have multiple options there. You can go ahead and control how a particular task behaves. All of these are tasks which are present inside your build steps. What am I saying when only when the previous tasks are succeeded? Only if this guy is successful, then only this guy would run. If this guy failed, this guy will automatically fail. Why? Because of that flag. Because of this flag, if this guy fails, then this guy also fails. Because only when all the previous tasks have succeeded, then only go ahead and run this. I have scenarios wherein even though the previous task fails, even if the previous task has failed, and as the build was cancelled, go ahead and carry on doing all the remaining tasks. That is what I want to say to the build environment. Then I have that switch, the second switch. That is, even though the build task has failed, the previous task has failed, go ahead and build my code. If at all I have that kind of a scenario, I can use the second switch or the third or the fourth. They are pretty evident, pretty straightforward to understand. That is what I do in the run this task. Any output variables which I want to spit out. That is, whenever I have from a particular task some output variables which will be taken as input variables to the next step. For whatever reason, you have some output variables which you will be splitting out, which will be taken for from the next task. That is when you would use the output variables text box. These are the different things which you have inside your NuGet restore. So inside NuGet restore, you have multiple steps which you can work with, and depending upon your scenario, you can use that flag. Next, coming to building the solution. That's the key of what you're doing, because you are in the build step, and this is the key. Before building, you are installing the NuGet package tool. Then you are going ahead and restoring all the NuGet packages. Now you are starting to build your solution. That is what is this task doing. Depending upon my scenario, I can move my tasks up and down. It's up to me. It is pretty straightforward. I can just drag and drop like any an interactive tool. I can go ahead and drag and drop this to multiple steps wherever I want. So essentially, that's your build step. It will go ahead and build your solution. What will it do? What am I saying here? Build my solution file. My solution can have multiple projects. So what am I saying in this step? Don't build a specific thing. Go ahead and build the entire solution. That is what I'm saying in this step. It will go ahead and build the entire solution. So I'm just searching for the solution file and starting to build that solution file. What is the Visual Studio version which I need to use? Those are the options you have. 19 is already out. It is out in a preview mode. In a month, it will be officially released. Your Visual Studio 2019. So depending upon your environment, it is nothing like Azure can only work with latest Visual Studio environments. It can work with all of the Visual Studio environments which are released till date. So Azure is nothing like it will limit you and it will not allow you to use the previous Visual Studio environments. That is what is this. What is your Visual Studio version? Depending upon that, choose that. If it is the latest, then just check the latest. It will use the latest code, latest Visual Studio version. Because in the backend, wherever there are Visual Studio dependencies in your project, it will go ahead and resolve those dependencies by pulling the content from the Visual Studio package, which the agent has. There is an agent which is allocated to you to run these steps. The agent will have access to a Visual Studio repository. And depending upon what are the Visual Studio specific features which you are using, it would go ahead and build the steps using that particular Visual Studio features. So that is what you use the Visual Studio version for. Then you have something very important. Your MS Documents. I'm saying deploy on build and do a web publish. That is, I need to publish it to some specific location. What is that location? This one. This is a standard location on which you publish your package. If you don't create any publish account or publish configuration, then you would go ahead and use this default location. This is understood by the release step as well. Release step will look for your artifacts inside this artifact staging directory. That is essentially your package. You will build it and you will throw the package in this location. The releases release or releases node, it will go ahead and pull the package from this location. So both build and release are intelligent enough.
After instead of here, we can give our path by shared path like that.
Some other location, you need to modify this code to have that some other location pointed out here. Otherwise, your artifact or your package will not be available in that location.
Abdul,
So that's your MS build arguments, and there are three arguments which I'm saying. Those two are very important. The first one and the third one. Remaining things are just settings. They are just settings given to your build configuration. Moving on. What is the platform which I want to deploy my code on? It is the build platform. That's the default variable. I'll just use that default variable. If at all, I go to variables. What is build platform? It is, there is a question. This is a path, shall we give our own? Which one? Which path you are speaking about the package location, is it? You can give your own path, not an issue. You can give your file server path, but that file server path should be accessible for your account. This account. This account is Abdullah Khan. So this account should be accessible. This account should be able to access your path. And it is not so straightforward to make your Azure account access your file location. So it is quite a bit of headache. If you thought you are happy
Other
taking
can I
it,
give
then
here?
you can go ahead and work on
Okay.
it. But I feel this is a more straightforward option because both of these are in cloud and my account can access this location. I will not have any failures. If you use your own location, then you can expect that there might be some failures which can happen because of location access issues or someone already using that location or a particular folder. Then there would be permission issues which are triggered. So in my CI/CD pipeline, there should be a happy path. They should just your CI/CD pipeline should just run and deploy the code. If it gets stuck just because of permission issues, then you would be having big headaches which you need to resolve. So instead of doing that manual update, what we will do, we'll just point to this specific shared location. Essentially, um, um, yeah, just speak now. Yeah, like you can speak.
Uh, instead of this, can I
Uh-huh.
give my network shared path?
Yeah, you can use a network shared path. What is the point which I'm pointing? Your account with which you logged in. Your account should be able to access that network shared path. That is the only constraint.
Yeah,
So you can
yeah, yeah.
use it. Not an issue. Just configure it and you can use it.
So instead of here, so build artifact directory, I can give directly my like slash
Correct.
slash
Correct.
my shared path, right?
Correct. Correct. You can give your shared
Okay.
path instead of build artifact.
So if I want to add any more MSBL arguments also, I can do it here, right?
Correct. Correct. If you have 10 MS arguments, which you usually give it in your Visual Studio, I can give my MS arguments here. That is what it would be a copy paste which you do here. So you can give all your arguments which you want to give for your build path inside this MS arguments block. That's correct. Okay.
So these arguments I need to give in my Visual Studio as well.
Right. Whenever you are using these arguments, you would be essentially having these arguments configured inside your Visual Studio. That is what would be your local environment, right? Your local environment is the same thing what you will be taking to the cloud. If you go to build, you can go ahead and have where is that MS arguments? Let me just find it. Package and publish or build events. Yeah, you have it here. Your pre-built commands and your post-built commands. These are what are your MS arguments. You will essentially, depending upon your build environment, you would be going ahead and having the build happening in your local project. And if you want to deploy your build directly from your Visual Studio, you can have the same shared file location in your post build event, and it will deploy your local code which you are having in a Visual Studio into the shared file. So both are fine. You can go ahead and do it from here, or you can go ahead and do it from your MS build documents from here. So if you want to target it from your Visual Studio, you can also do that. Is what I'm saying. So both are fine. Okay. Um, okay. So essentially, why I'm not able to hear you, I don't have my headphones on my ears. I will just drop it on my neck, and I'll just have the mic on my near my mouth because I get tired of wearing this from morning till afternoon. I take repetitive classes, so my ears ache. So whenever you want to speak, just ping so that I can just see it here. Then I can wear my headphones on my ears. That's why don't directly speak. Just say just ping hi. I'll just wear it on my ears. Got the point? Yeah. So essentially, I just drop my headphones on my neck. I'll not have it on my ears. So just carrying on. So whenever you want to speak, just ping me so that I can wear my headphones on my ears. So moving on. What is the platform that you want to use? Whatever is the build platform, I want to use the same platform. So it is essentially taken care by the agent, by your build agent. Build configuration, whatever is your build configuration, the default configuration would be used. Some advanced things. Build in parallel. If I have multiple projects in my solution, then what I'm saying is go ahead and build all these projects in parallel. Don't build them one by one. Build them in parallel. That is where I'll enable this flag, the build in parallel. Restore NuGet packages, we already did. We already did that in the previous step. If you want to be just safe, then you will be again restoring your packages in this step. As I have a separate task for it, I can ignore this flag. Then you have MS build architecture. What is the build architecture that you want to use? Is it 32-bit or 64-bit? 32 is not 32. 32 is 86. I hope you know that. 32 is 86. 64 is 64. Then record any project details. So any details which you are want to record, that is what I am saying it. Create a log file. If you want to create a log file, then you can go ahead and check this checkbox. I'm just leaving everything as default. I don't want to touch anything. Control options. Control options essentially are whenever you want to cancel the build in between. If at all the build is in progress and it came to this step, I want to cancel the build. You can cancel the build. You will be having the cancel button. That is what is the control option. So I'm saying, yeah, I want the control over the build so that I can stop it at any point of time. So that is what is enabled. Timeout. After what? How much of time should it time out? I'll just ignore that. I'll keep it 0 as is. Run this task only when all the previous tasks are ready, or some other thing. Or this is a repetitive thing what you will be having in across all the tasks. You will be having whether you want to run the task only when everything passes, or you want to run it even when something fails. You can go ahead and specify it here. Output variables. If at all you have any output variables which you want to spit out from your build, this is where you spit out your output variables from your build. That's pretty much about your build solution. Test assemblies. What is this? It will go ahead and help me build my test cases. Not only build the test cases, run my test cases. Not only run it, it will also generate a coverage report. The build coverage report of how many lines of code or how many blocks of code has been covered. I hope you already know the coverage report inside the testing environment. I can get the percentage of coverage which has been done in my project. Depending upon the percentage of coverage, we will go ahead and take particular action. The usual figure which is acceptable is 70 to 80%. That is what is the coverage which is expected from any project which is in production. 70 to 80% of the code has to be having code coverage enabled or code coverage done. So that is what is the accepted number when you're working with .NET environment, 70 to 80%. So you would be having, what am I saying here? Take the latest version. Display name, you can edit your display name here. So I can say whatever I want. I'll leave it as is. That is why it is still test assemblies. Then you can select test using what is it that you can use when you are selecting test. You can use it with test assemblies, or there are other options.